Hi, this is Leslie with another Steam Workshop Home Edition. This week we have our Chia Seed Sprout House. So the basics of what we have here is just these cheap colored sponges and chia seeds. And you can get these now, they're at most grocery stores now because people put them in shakes and smoothies and flours and things. But if you, just like the old Chia Pets, if you soak them in water, I don't know the exact recipe. I just kind of eyeballed about equal part chia seed to water, and sometimes I just dumped more water in if it was too thick. You give it about 5-10 minutes and they will form this gel. You keep stirring it up, it'll be this very gelatinous consistency, and then you spread it onto your sponges. My daughter found that the best tool to spread the chia seeds all over the sponges was her hands. We tried using a spoon or a knife, but her hands worked the best. Most of these sponges I had, and the girls had just played with them like in a tub of water like a year ago, and so they were already well rinsed and cleaned and dried. So what I found was when I brought home a couple new sponges to build this recently, this sponge here, this big one, and all of these that were supposed to be this bottom grass, those are the new sponges, and I did not rinse and clean those. If you ever notice when you open these sponges, they are soft, they're not hard, and there is some kind of a chemical in there to keep them from mildewing. And so I think the reason that these did not sprout, the new ones, is because they weren't rinsed out. It's just a theory, but I would suggest if you're going to buy new sponges that you rinse them well. I liked working with them dry because they were firm and hard. I used an X-Acto blade to cut out the window, the door, even just on the back here. We have steps. So I just used scissors, and I did find it pretty easy to cut with scissors when these were dry and firm. So that's something else to think about. I use hot glue to hold it all together, but I've also seen online some people just use toothpicks. If you're just making like a simple little structure, you can use toothpicks as connectors. We used hot glue because this was kind of a bigger thing. This was also my craft therapy project, so I had fun with this as well. I'm a bit of a scrap crafter. I like keeping a lot of old scrap junk, turning it into things. So this is actually an upside down deodorant container and then an old vitamin bottle. And we used it to make this tree that actually spins, which I get a kick out of. This also makes it easier for watering. You have to make sure that you keep this thing well watered. So the girls also enjoy leaving this out and spritzing and keeping everything nice and moist. You'll see here there's also water down in the tray so that the sponge can soak it up and it can water from the base of the tray. But things like up in this tree obviously doesn't have its own water supply, so you have to keep that well watered manually. This project really comes together quite quickly, and I mean it just took us maybe an hour to put this together, and within a day or two you'll have sprouts, and it's really fun to watch. So I hope you'll try this at home. If you do, take some pictures and share it with us. Thank you.